Hey, this is Owen. Today I'll be walking you through the install process for the GrimmSpeed Unequal length header for the Subaru EJ engine. Take a moment to pause and look over this list to make sure that you have all of the tools necessary to get the job done right. We will be demonstrating this install on a 2017 STI. However, this install process is more or less the same on all USDM EJ20 and 25 platform engines from 2002 to 2021. Before lifting the car, start by disconnecting your front oxygen sensor wiring from the chassis connector and feed the wiring down the side of the engine so it hangs freely below. We will be putting the STI on a 2-post lift to make the install easier on ourselves, but you can definitely install everything with the car on jack stands. Once under the car, we'll start by removing the factory plastic under tray. If your car is still equipped with the factory header, start by removing the 12mm nuts and bolts to get rid of the heat shields on both the driver and passenger sides of the engine. Keep in mind that the front O2 sensor passes through the lower heat shield on the passenger side, so you will need to snake the wiring through the shield to get it out. Now that you have access to all of the mounting flanges for the header, we recommend soaking the fasteners in some penetrant to ensure that everything comes off as smooth as possible. After letting the hardware soak for a little while, remove the 2 bolts attaching the factory header to the up pipe. With the up pipe disconnected, the only thing holding the header onto the engine are the 3 nuts on each head. Break all 6 14mm nuts loose using an extension to reach up through the collectors. I recommend you first loosen all of the nuts before fully removing any of them to avoid the header falling out on its own. Once all of the nuts are off, you can now remove the factory header, being careful to go as straight as possible to avoid damaging any of the threaded studs. You can now remove the factory header gaskets and replace them with the new GrimmSpeed gaskets included in your kit. Once the new gaskets are installed, lift your GrimmSpeed header into place and loosely install 1 nut on each flange to hang the header on the engine. If you haven't already, thread your front O2 sensor into the new header. A dab of anti-seize is recommended for easy removal in the future. With the header loosely hanging from the engine, install the new header to up pipe gasket and loosely install the 2 nuts and bolts to hold it in place. Torque the header to up pipe hardware to 26 foot-pounds. Install the rest of the header nuts and torque them to the factory spec of 29 foot-pounds. That's it! Reinstall your plastic under tray and you're good to go. Enjoy the sound and performance of your new GrimmSpeed header. If you have any questions, you can reach out to our team of Subaru experts at support@grimmspeed.com.